Hey, Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. I'm live right now on LinkedIn and YouTube, and this is a daily check in. I do this Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I know I've been away, not being, I'm always consistent, but I didn't do it yesterday, okay? So there you go. But that's all right, right? So I'm here today. It's not what you didn't do, it's what you did do. Just remember that, okay? So but once again, we're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and I'm sorry, LinkedIn and YouTube. That's it. I'll put the replay on Facebook maybe a little later, but so this is it. This is me, right? So I do this Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like I said. And normally, sometimes I come with a topic. Today, I will come with a topic. It's gonna be brief, and it has to do with the what I did. No, not what I did, but the conversation I had with Amani Roberts a couple days ago. Now, if you did not see that, let me put my glasses on so I can see. But if you did not see the last conversation I had on air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone talks about, it's on the same platform. So check it out even on Facebook. You can check it out, the replay on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Great conversation. And I don't do interviews, right? It's all about conversations. Yeah, people come on the show, but it's a conversation about where they started, where they are now. If anything new comes up, I want to bring them back on the show, and so they can tell the world, what else is new. Just like Amani came back on Tuesday, maybe after 2 years of being on the show. I think this is probably his third time, and he brought up some things. I mean, he mentioned that he was, writing a book, or he wrote his second book, right? So we talked about that in kind of great detail, and he got a chance to, put out some links and things like that where you can buy the book, and just that whole conversation made me, everything peaks, a topic in me or something. So I'm gonna talk about some of the things that he talked about. Well, not necessarily some of the things that he talked about, but you'll understand when I get to it. You'll understand. So hey, Janie, what's up, cousin Janie? I appreciate you coming on here. Let me put your comment up there. See, that's what I'm talking about, right? So when people make comments, you're gonna be on the screen in real time. So because that's what it's all about, right? Because this is all about being interactive. Being, if you want to make a comment, please do so, and I'll make sure I put your comments on the screen in real time. In fact, why is that in my way? I don't know what's going on here, but let me hold on one second. Let me just make sure. I don't know why that's doing that. It's like on my. Oh, okay. Maybe it's me. It's operator error. It's operator error. So okay, where's that at? Okay, let me put this over here. Maybe I should move it over on this side. Should I? Yeah. Okay. So I move my comments. Excuse me. You can't see anything that I'm doing, but that's okay. But this is I always make sure I showcase a hotel, no matter what I'm doing, no matter if it's daily check-in or on air with Russell of Hotels. I always want to showcase a hotel that I have experienced. Okay, so I will never show a hotel that I have not experienced firsthand myself, right? So if you want me to display your hotel, I have to experience it first. And just like I'm displaying my new hat, now see, it looks better now. It looks better when I have a certain camera, because you can actually see it, because this is black on black, right? So the script is black, the hat is black, right? But you can see clearly that Russell of Hotels, right? So yeah, so I'm about to launch some merch, some drip. You guys know what that is, drip merch. Anyway, on my website. I haven't done that yet, but be on the lookout for some new things coming up on russellofhotels.com. That's my website, and it's gonna start with some Russell of Hotels gear, some drip, some that all that, right? Hats, shirts, all that kind of stuff. So just wait, it's gonna come out. Book bags, backpacks, all that kind of stuff, right? We're about to launch it. So anyway, but just be patient on that, because I gotta be patient, because things don't happen as fast as you want them to, especially when you gotta have somebody else do it for you. So, but yeah, so be on the lookout for that. But I'll keep you posted on that. But if anybody's interested in getting a Russell of Hotels hat, I'm gonna have Russell of Hotels hat, Hospitality Unplugged, non-meat eats. I mean, the the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. But anyway, so real quick, so this is because these daily check-ins don't have to be that long, but sometimes I tend to make them long because I like to talk. So this is the Borgata Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. So I was here last week and actually stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino there, right, which is like literally down the street from this particular hotel. So we were there for an event. So they're right here. This is actually their pool area, but they covered the pool, as you can see. That deck right there is actually under that is the swimming pool, and it's an indoor pool. Of course, you're in New Jersey, right? So, but yeah, so they kind of transformed this pool room, into what you see now. I mean, just this wonderland of just palm trees and everything, food and everything. It was kind of cool. So great job, Borgata. And I just want to show the capabilities of some hotels. I mean, it can be a blank canvas, and you never know what the possibilities are unless you ask or unless you see, right? So my job is to create some brand awareness, because I was not, to be quite frank, I was not familiar with Borgata Hotel and Casino. Okay, I was like, what is this? Okay, I knew ahead of time that we were going there, but I'm like, I have no reference point for this, right? But it's a very nice hotel, right? So 2,700 and 27 rooms, guest rooms, sleeping rooms, 111,000 square feet of meeting space, which means it's huge. Built in 2003 and renovated in 2016. So for everyone that's out there listening, the rule of thumb for renovation is probably every 7 to 10 years that hotels undergo a renovation. That's just a rule of thumb, okay? Just so you know. And and they have a non-gaming tower. So just check it out. So it's like 750 rooms, I believe. 750 of their rooms are in a non-gaming tower, meaning there's no smoking, there's none of that stuff. You won't smell any smoke there. They're brand new rooms. There's no gaming when you come downstairs, and you don't have to walk through gaming. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just go to the restaurants, or go out the building without walking through a casino. Because some people are opposed to that. So I'm one of those people, right? But it's all about my client, right? So I mean, I'll book any hotel for the client, because it's all about the client. It's never about me. But I mean, I have my own personal preferences. If I'm actually the one, it's my meeting and I'm doing the meeting. But no, I do hotel site selection for my clients. So whatever they want, my job is to show it to them, right? So my job is to bring it to them, create that brand awareness for them, right? Just like I'm doing now. Because how many people out there knew that the Borgata Hotel even existed? Not many, okay? I'm just telling you, not many. So we as hoteliers, we think that everyone knows our hotel. Oh, I don't need any brand awareness tips. I don't need, to be showcased on, on this show or that show, or do promotion. Yeah, you do. Because if I have to do it, and believe me, I do things 5 days a week, 6 days a week. I'm promoting myself 5, 6 days a week, but everybody doesn't know who I am. So my job is to make sure people know. And how do I do that? Create some brand awareness. So there you go. Well, another comment, Janie Parrish says, loving the hat. Thank you very much. You know what? That's what I'm talking about. So no, thank you very much, Janie. I appreciate that. I had this made in Blythe. My guy, Joe Halby in Blythe. So if you're in Blythe, if you go through Blythe, whatever, you need some gear, some headgear, some swag, some drip. I go to Halby's. Okay, Joe Halby hooks me up, right? So I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much. And like I said, he's gonna be doing some more stuff for me. And it's good to have a guy like that, or a person, or a company, or organization that can put things together and they're not messing around, right? So all I have to do now is email or text Joe and say, hey, this is what I need. I'll be there to pick it up. Because now, these days, I'm going to be going to Blythe more regularly. So I'm splitting my time, my business, from between Blythe and LA. Okay, so there you go. More Blythe than LA. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing soon. So I'll be out there, and even if I can't get out there to pick up the stuff, he will ship it to me, and he'll ship it to anyone. So if you need a guy to do your shirts, your hats, whatever, he can do that for you, right? So Joe Halby. So just, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me, reach out in touch, and I'll get you in touch with him. So there you go, because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about promotion. So anyway, I have a topic today, right? So based on the conversation that Amani and I were having the other day, I came up with this quick little topic, right? It's gonna be brief. Why your network is your net worth in hospitality. Now, that can be the same with other industries, okay? But because I'm in hospitality, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So, what did Blythe, wait, hold on one second. Let me put this comment up here before I get into, what Blythe did that, our hometown, great yes, Janie. Halby's. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Halby's, but it used to be Dick Farage back in the day. You may remember as being Dick Farage, but the Halby family and the Farage family they're all family, right? So I mean, a little history there, but yeah. So Joe Halby has Halby's, which is on Commercial Street. I believe it's on Commercial Street, right off of Hobson Way. So anyway, so yeah, so that's where I go and get all my stuff now. So he was gracious enough I just met him for the first time. I know his family, but I met him for the first time and we had this great conversation. And I said, hey, this is what I need. Can you do it? And he said, yeah, I can do that. And so I gave him what I needed and he delivered on what I needed. And there you go. So of course, I'm going to always promote people that help me. So definitely. So yeah. So Halby's is the way to go. And it doesn't matter that it's in Blythe, right? He can ship to anything. Everyone's doing everything. Everyone communicates virtually anyway. Everyone's doing their job virtually. So if you can, send an email of what you want, a script or design or a logo or whatever, he can do whatever. So there you go. So there you go. That's it. That's pretty much what I was trying to say. So anyway, so let's move back. Let's move on again to what I was saying. So, okay. So I was having a conversation with Amani Roberts the other day, right? And I came with this topic, why your network is your net worth in hospitality. Although that transcends any industry, because I'm involved in the hospitality industry for a whole 100 years. That's what I'm talking about, right? So, but you can apply this to any of your industry, any industry that you happen to be working with or for or whatever. So number one, opportunities from relationships. And, like I said, just based on the conversation I had with him, right? Opportunities that come from relationships. The hospitality industry is built on relationships, whether with clients, colleagues, or industry partners. A well-connected professional has access to opportunities that others may not. For example, Amani Roberts transitioned from hospitality leadership to becoming a DJ, an author, a professor, and a speaker, okay? Largely due to the connections he cultivated over the years. He didn't just start doing this, right? He didn't just like one day say, okay, I'm gonna pull this out of my butt. No, he knew that he had, connections and things like that. And basically, he used the connections that he had to get to where he is. See, that's some of the things we did not talk about yesterday, and I should have, now that I thought about it, right, later after the fact. I didn't ask many questions about, mentorships and things like that, mentors that were instrumental in his life and things like that. Maybe I should, maybe next time he comes on, I will, right? But we have to pull from the people that we know to see if they can help us with that next step, right? For me, I mean, Monty was one of the people that I got inspiration from, because I wasn't doing this social media thing, up until between 12 and 15 years ago. We happened to have lunch together at one of the hotels working, for, and he said, hey, you're not big on social media, right? And this was Twitter was the big thing then. And I said, no, I'm not. And I said, what is that, basically? And so he explained, he educated me, and I ended up getting a handle and all this kind of stuff, Russell of Hotels, right? And that launched it, right? But I wasn't as heavy into it as I am now, right? Just like a lot of hotels are not heavy into social media, but you kind of should be. If you're not in it now, you're way behind the eight ball. And I didn't know that then, but I know it now, right? But Monty he would always, every time we talked, every time we had a conversation, he would, push me. He would make sure that I knew certain things, like, hey, you should do this, you should post about this, post about that, because I didn't know where to start. I'm like, well, what, okay, what do I do? I post this, I post a picture, and I was, posting still pictures and all this kind of stuff, photos, whatever. No, well, then that evolved into, doing videos, not just videos with me on them, but videos with the hotels I was working in, things like that. And that's how it starts, right? So he pulled from his connections and transformed from hospitality leadership to becoming a DJ, author, professor, speaker, largely due to those connections that he had amassed over the years. Actively, and the takeaway from that part would be the opportunities come from relationships. Actively actively engage with your network on platforms like LinkedIn, conferences or events, and you never know, what next door is going to open for you, right? So you have to actively use, like I use LinkedIn. He uses LinkedIn, right? I use LinkedIn more than anything because it's more business to business, business to people. It's all business related, right? So you need to make sure you use it to its utmost capability, right? If that's using it for videos, still pictures, lives like this, use it. It's there. That's what it's there to do, right? And then what about the conferences that you go to? Go to the conferences. Don't just go. Make sure people know that you're there. Meet as many people as you can, because you never know. Maybe one day I want to be a speaker, okay? But if I'm not putting my name out there, if I'm not, sharing my opinion with people, if I'm not involving myself in some of the, when they do breakouts and all that stuff, if I'm not involved in those things, people don't know who the heck you are. So it's all about putting your brand out there. And the brand is you, okay? Amani Roberts is the brand, okay? He just happens to call himself his company, the Amani Experience. But Amani Roberts is the brand. Just like Russell Edmond is the brand. Yeah, I call myself Russell of Hotels. But yeah, it's all intertwined, okay? So there you go. So let's see. What else she say? Janie says, that was a great interview with him. I enjoy listening to it. Thanks for sharing. Because, no, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate the comments. See, that's what it's all about, right? It's all about engagement, right? So that's why I do these shows, because I want people to engage. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Am I going to change it? Maybe. You never know. But you got to share. You got to share that information. So, okay, number 2, or the next one. Diverse networks lead to growth. A diverse network introduces you to new perspectives and industries. Amani's ability to merge music and hospitality highlights how networking across fields can lead to unique opportunities. Yes, collaborating with people from different industries broadens your knowledge and enhances your adaptability. Both key in hospitality. That's like me, okay? So I do hotel site selection, right? So if I only limited my reach to people within hospitality, I would only get so far, right? But if I, launch that same information to other various industries, other corporations, and that can be tech, that can be, whatever, environmental industries, educational industries, whatever the heck it is, association. If I only stayed with hospitality, I'm only gonna get so much. But if I expand my horizons to look at, people maybe in the entertainment industry, maybe sports, they all need, hotel site selection, right? So you can't be narrow-minded when it comes to that. You got to have take your blinders off, your peaky blinders, take them off, and there's a whole new world out there, right? A lot of people may need my assistance, but if I'm only concentrating on certain groups of people, I'm only going to get what those certain groups of people can give me. You got to open up your horizons. You got to be diverse, okay? You can't just go after one industry. You have to go through a wide range of industries, just like Amani did, just like I do with Russell of Hotels, right? So I don't depend on one industry to give me everything. Even I don't depend on the hospitality industry, because there's people. I just got a new client. They didn't know it. They didn't even know this even existed. A hotel site selection person. They didn't even know it existed. They knew what they wanted or what they needed, but they didn't know that it was called, or meeting planner or hotel site selection. They didn't know any of that. I had to educate them on that. And they're like, okay, well, we need that. We need you. I'm like, okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter, where they come from. Just, open open up your horizons. So once again, collaborating with people with different industries broadens your knowledge and enhances your adaptability. Both are key in hospitality. The takeaway from this would be don't limit your network to people in hospitality. Boom, I just said that. Encourage, engage with professionals in music, tech, marketing to diversify your connection and grow. That's what Amani did. So there you go. And number 3, your network strengthens your personal brand. Really? Let me read more into that. Every interaction is an opportunity to showcase your expertise and passion. A strong network amplifies your personal brand and makes you the go-to resource. Amani Roberts' success as a speaker and author is a testament to the power of personal brand backed by a solid network. The takeaway from that would be consistently share your insights and expertise on social media like LinkedIn to stay top of mind. Stay top of mind with your connections. Because everybody doesn't know what the heck you're doing, right? You think that people know you and what you do. They don't. You have to continuously tell people. There's people within my family that don't know what I do, right? They're like, oh, I didn't know you did that. Well, I've been telling you that. Well, timing's everything, right? People are not listening to 100% of everything that you're telling them, right? It's all about they're taking what they need and getting rid of the other stuff. And maybe they didn't need to know that at that point. Although we're having a conversation, right? They may not have needed that. They may needed some other stuff that I said, but they didn't need the part about, oh, I do hotel site selection until they need it. Then they're like, well, you know what? I kind of need that now because I work for this company that they're doing this meeting, blah, 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 blah. It's all timing, right? But you have to continuously tell people who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And even if they don't need your services, they may tell someone else. And that's what the social media piece comes in. There's a lot of this stuff in social media, right? But until you need it, it's just there. It's just noise, right? Until you need it, until you see it like, oh my God, I need that. Let me click on that. I didn't know Russell did that. Click. And then next thing you know, we're in contact and I'm helping them out. So that's what it's all about. But it's all repetitive. It's a grind, right? It's a full-time job marketing and promoting yourself. I do it 5, 6, 7 days a week, right? There's no days off that you take, right? So you just have to constantly do it because you never know when someone's going to need it. So anyway, whether you're a hotel sales manager, a site selection consultant, or an aspiring DJ, your network is your greatest asset. Invest in it, nurture it, and help it elevate your career. Boom, there you go. So once again, thank you, Amani Roberts. I appreciate you coming on the show. Go to my show notes. The last show was, when was that? Oh, I just did it on Tuesday. So go to Tuesday on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook. And the show notes, at the bottom of that, there's a link to his book. So he put out a new book called The Quiet Storm. Check that out, buy it, support it, because Russell of Hotels told you to. That's why. So there you go. There you go. So I got a little more. Don't worry. Like I said, these daily check-ins don't go any more than, well, hopefully about 25 minutes, okay? So I'm at 24 right now, so I'm winding down. So the blog, remember, anything that I talk about will be on the blog. So all this information that I just talked about, this topic, I will share that on the blog, right? So you just go russellofhotels.com, go to the blog. It's a drop down. Go to the blog, hit that button, bing, and then the information that I just talked about will be there. I mean, what was it? It was opportunities from relationships, diverse network lead to growth, and your network strengthens your brand, okay? So the topic will be why your network is your net worth in hospitality. So that's going to be on my blog. I didn't put it there yet, but it will. I will after this goes off, or after I turn it off, or after I move on. So anyway, so this is the bathroom at the at the Borgata. I mean, I don't mind showing photos of bathrooms. I just don't like to show the toilet because all toilets look the same, right? Unless it's a bidet and it's fancy or whatever. No, I just show a sink and a shower. That's basically what I'll show in a bathroom. I'm not panning around like, oh, there's a toilet. You know, we've seen a toilet and we know what we do there. Okay, so I try not to show those things, just in case you were looking at that and like wondering, well, where's the toilet at? Well, I don't show toilets. Okay, so stop it, knock it off. Okay, so next week, Tuesday, who's my next guest? Okay, so I put this out a little bit earlier today, so you'll see who my next guest is if you haven't seen it. Miss Wendy Song Dowling. She's the CEO and co-founder. In fact, yeah, let me move this so you can see it. I guess you can see it. I can't see it. But yeah, so she's the company's called Evolution, and they do what do they do? They do it. They do it. No, I'm joking. I am joking, but it has to do with that, social media and influencer marketing. Everybody wants to know what influencer marketing is. Well, we're going to find out exactly what it is because we're going to have a conversation with Miss Wendy on Tuesday. It's going to be live on LinkedIn and YouTube, 1 o'clock PST. Okay, so that means here in Los Angeles on the West Coast, it's going to be 1 o'clock. Okay, so if you're on the East Coast, you're in Atlanta, it's going to be at 4. So once again, Miss Wendy Song Dowling is going to be my guest. She's the CEO and co-founder of Evolution. Okay, and it's all about hospitality influencer marketing. You'll be able to ask questions, so make sure you have your questions because it's going to be a format just like this. You can just like Miss Janie was asking questions or making comments, you can do the same thing. So make sure you follow me on YouTube. If you don't follow me on YouTube, make sure you do. Or if you're connected with me on LinkedIn, because it's only going to be live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Okay, the replay will be on other platforms, but only the live will be on YouTube and LinkedIn. So make sure you subscribe to my channel on YouTube and make sure we just connect on LinkedIn. I accept everybody for the most part. So there you go. So once again, Miss Wendy Song Dowling. So I posted this on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn today, or and Instagram. So there you go. So that is it. So hopefully you guys can make it. If not, you just check me out on the replay. So once again, this is the Borgata Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me, Russell at russellofhotels.com. My website is russellofhotels.com. Remember, the blog is there as well. And any information about me, my email, my phone number, some people choose to call me. My number is there. That's why it's funny. People will say, hey, I've been trying to call you. Like, you've been trying to call me? Yeah, but I can't find your number. Well, you're not trying to call me if you don't have my number. But I make myself accessible to everybody, right? So if anyone just knows russellofhotels.com, that's my website. My phone number is there. You can call me anytime. Well, make sure you text me first to let me know that you're going to be calling me, because if I don't have your number in my phone, I'm not going to answer it because I don't know who you are, right? I get a lot of junk just like everybody else does. So just make sure you send me a text. Hey, Russell, this is Janie. I want to ask you a question about hotels. Okay. All right, cool, Janie, give me a call. This is my number. Boom. Oh, well, you got my number. Call me. That's fine. So that's how that works, right? So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great weekend. Today is Friday, February 7th. So happy Friday. And make sure you watch the Super Bowl on Sunday. Go Birds. Okay, that's what I'm going with. In fact, did you see the point spread when it first, when teams were first announced who was going to Super Bowl? It was 1.5 points. It's since gone down. Now it's 1 point. Okay, so Kansas City is favored by 1 point to win. What I said was take the points and take the Birds. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So on Monday when I come back, I'll be able to tell you, I told you so. Okay, so anyway. That is it. Have a great day, great weekend. Once again, Russell of Hotels. This is the daily check-in. I do this Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Tuesdays, I do On Air with Russell of Hotels. It's that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. This will be show number 286. And I have a guest, Miss Wendy Song Dowling. She will be on. The company's called Evolution. Check it out. It's all about, marketing, or what do you call it? Gosh, I can't even think of it again. Why am I drawing a blank here? Why am I drawing a blank? Influencer marketing. Let me just show you this again. So Real quick, I'll show you who my guest is. It's all about influencer marketing. I don't know why I can't think about that, but that's Miss Wendy Song Dowling. She will be my guest, and she's a co-founder and CEO, Hospitality Influencer Marketing. Okay, that's what it's all about, right? So, boom, there you go. So that's it. Have a great weekend, and as always, peace.